Hello, everybody. Thank you muchly for tuning in for another live. It's Bit Monster O'Clock. And just saw the old autofocus out because it does this sometimes when I first go live. It goes a bit crazy, and then I put a beer in front of it, and it seems to sort it out. Has that done it? I don't know what that's all about. It's the good old beer trick that sorts it out. Simo Sups, here he is. How you doing, bud? You right, mate? Good to see you in here, mate. I'm still not 100%, by the way, but I'm getting there. I've had quite a good day today. It's made a miraculous recovery. Yeah, well, I've had quite a good day today. You can probably still hear my voice in that. I'm still not quite there, but I'm coughing a lot less. So I thought I'd come on tonight, maybe for about an hour, if it all goes well. And then hopefully come back properly on Friday, start doing beer reviews and that again. So I've just been taking a bit of a break from them, to be honest. And yeah, I see no one was on, and I get bored as well. Well, I'll just get bored. But I've got to go back to the doctors tomorrow, and I think they're going to try and give me something because I think I've had my antibiotics and it's not shifted the cough because it's left behind a load of shit on my lungs. So I'm hoping that go to the doctors tomorrow and they give me something to help bring up all that crap off my lungs, you know. Then hopefully the cough will bugger off. But I actually passed out, Zimo, yesterday from coughing. I was just coughing. I went all lightheaded. I went by my stairs and I just literally just lost consciousness for a couple of seconds. It's been absolutely mental, mate. I've never had that before from a cough. And apparently, according to the kids, I sleepwalked last night. Because I haven't been able to wear my mask for my sleep apnea. I think it's sending me a bit doolally. And apparently I was like talking to myself. I stood up in the bathroom having a conversation with one of the kids who was fast asleep. So God knows what that was about. But I was actually, I was asking my boy Tyler questions in my sleep. I was like, "Are you all right, Tyler?" And then I was answering back as Tyler in a squeaky voice. So I don't know what that was about. Absolutely mental. Jamie Watton, all right, mate. It's been long at work. It's time for a beer. Yeah, nice one, mate. Enjoy, mate. What are you drinking, Jamie? I'm just, nice posh German glass, but I'm actually drinking the French lager, Kronenberg. It's because it's one of the few beers they had in my offer, you know. But it's going down quite nicely, actually. I don't like the syrupiness to it. I'm pretty sure they had glucose syrup. It's the UK brewed version. Don't know whether it says. Yeah, water, more barley, glucose syrup, hops, and hops extract. So yeah, it's definitely not the best beer in the world. Pizzini lager. Pizzini. Is that the or Rossini? Do you mean Rossini? The like Aldi version of Peroni. Have you spelled that wrong, or is it just a lager called Pizzini that I've not heard of? Pizzini. I don't think I've heard of a Pizzini. I say unless you spelled it wrong. It's nice to come back from work and have a beer, though, mate, isn't it? Remember that feeling back in the building days. Most of the time, didn't manage to wait till after work, and it was lunch break. How many pints can we throw down our neck in the lunch break? Never be allowed to do that now with health and safety, would you? I bet some people still do, though. Go back to work, a bit pissed. How you been feeling anyway, Simo? Because I know you wasn't too well either, was you, mate? You still got your cough, or my cough is still there, but it's instead of having a coughing fit every 10 minutes, it's more like every half hour now. So it's definitely heading in the right direction. I'm hoping I'll get whatever I need tomorrow from the doctors, and then onwards and upwards for the weekend. Because it's been a shame. Been feeling rough all week. It's been quite a good week apart from that. And I thought I'd lose a load of subscribers where I pretty much haven't done anything for a week. But I actually gained some somehow. I don't know how, probably from watching old videos or whatever. But I was sure I was going to lose some, but I still ended up gaining about 7 subscribers in a week for doing nothing. I'm not sure where my girlfriend got it from, maybe Aldi. Yeah, is it Puccini or Rossini? Jamie, if it's Rossini, it is an Aldi clone of Peroni, and I actually think it's better than Peroni. And they also do a Rossini Grand Reserva. If it's that one, it's very nice, but it's quite strong. Rossini, yeah, that's the Aldi's clone version of Peroni. I think it's about 5%. That's actually not bad, apart from the green bottle thing. Yeah, it is a nice beer. I put it up against Peroni, I'm pretty sure, in the video, and I really thought that Peroni would win, but no chance. Rossini was a lot better, and it's cheaper, so it's a win-win, isn't it? I think with a lot of the Aldi lagers, you can't really go wrong. Their craft beer is a bit iffy. Some of their ales are all right as well, but with the lagers, all their knockoff lagers seem to be better than the actual original lagers. Well, a lot of them do. And the ones that are just like German beers, they're not like a knockoff of anything. Like the Rheinhauser and the Steinhauser are fantastic. Brewed by the German brewery law as well. $7.99 for 12 bottles. Yeah, it's not bad, mate, is it? That's not bad at all. My personal favourite from Aldi, all in all, value for money as well as being decent, would be the Steinhauser. If you've not tried that one, Jamie, I think that's $4.99 for 6 bottles, but they're stumpy bottles. But that's a fantastic German lager. I think it's brewed by German brewery law as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend you give that one a go, mate, if you've not done already. I felt really bad when I went down the shop, but I've been a bit weak. I had to get my daughter Carla. You may have seen it on the stream if you was on there the other day. To carry the beers back for me. Just couldn't do it. What I try to do. I don't know if there's a way you can link your phone to the stream to chat to people, or whether it's just easier to do it. Well, you don't need to chat to people. You just talk on here, didn't you? What am I talking about? Can you see the comments, guys, on the screen? If you've not tried them, we look out for them. Yeah. Definitely, mate, give them a go, especially the lagers and Aldi. It seems like you can't go wrong. Also put up against like the they do beer Moretti. They also do Aldi do a beer Mapelli, which is like their copy of beer Moretti. It's much better, much better, especially the UK brewed beer Moretti, which is crap. The Aldi version is so much better. I don't know whether like the Foster's versions is better than the Foster's and that, because stooping quite low at it. Why would you want a copy version of Carlin and Foster's and stuff? Aldi best for beers at the moment, yeah. Especially lagers. I wouldn't say their craft beers very good, although they have brought out a couple of good ones the other week from the Williams brothers. A couple of craft beers. They're only about £1.80 a can, and they're actually really decent. I know one was a West Coast IPA. I've done both of them on the channel as well, and I thought they were good for the money. Obviously, they're not as good as some of the £10 craft beers, but not everybody's got a tenner to spend on a beer, have they? And I certainly ain't. Not one, anyway. I want a pack of beer for that. Fucking hell. Was it Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, I thought I'd just pop on tonight, just say hello in that, and just let people know that I'm hoping to be back properly by Friday. And I can do a Friday night live and hopefully start doing some reviews again, start getting some content out there again. That's the plan anyway, but it all depends how tomorrow goes at the doctor's, I suppose. And I've also changed my e-cig, which seems to be helping as well, because this one doesn't give out as much smoke. It's So that's a bit easier on the old lungs. Which surprised me because I bought them new ones a while back and I thought they were really good. But I think they where it was different from the norm, I don't think they was helping the cough. I mean, the best thing to do would be not vape or smoke at all, wouldn't it? But I can't help myself. What about you? Does anybody else vape in the stream? And if you do, what flavour vape do you like? Or do you just stick to one that tastes like tobacco or whatnot? Jamie Watton, the cost of living is a joke. Come home to find the light bill. Yeah. It is a joke. The cost of living bullshittery is a joke, mate. The price of food and that, I mean, that's really hit our family because we got 7 of us in the house, you know, and it's just not cheap to feed everybody. I do find you're better off cooking in bulk sometimes. Just cook a big pot of stew or something like that. It's probably the best way to do it. Because even if you want to give your kids fish fingers and chips these days, unless you give them like the value ones, which I don't really like the look of. If you want to give them like bird's eye fish fingers, it ain't cheap. You know what I mean? They want like £3 for 10 fish fingers. And my lot will easily eat 25 between them. Well, that's just the fish fingers, and you still got to buy the chips and all that, ain't you? And I'm like a bit fussy with like certain things. I don't mind going cheap on. There's certain things I just can't stand the cheap version of. Like things like baked beans, I don't really give a shit. They don't taste like much anyway, do they? But stuff like chips, I'm not a fan of oven chips. It has to be like a decent one in the air fryer, and then I can tolerate them, sort of thing, you know. But the cheap chips, they taste like cardboard, I think. Well, I've made them myself. But then you don't always have the time to peel the potatoes and all that, do you? I always end up talking about food, I've noticed. I don't know why that is. I suppose you have a few beers and you start thinking about food, didn't you? Could be partly to do with why that is, I'm not sure. I've got 5 people in. Hello, guys. That's if this thing's accurate. I'm not sure if it is. How are you all doing? What are you drinking tonight? Come say hello in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Because it just helps keep the chat flowing, you know, if people ask questions and all that, because it's just me. I've got no special guests. It's just me talking about how ill I've been. So anything to sort of change the subject is always nice. Jamie Watton says, I'm lucky I don't have kids, but it's only me and my girlfriend at home. But light and gas bill, it's a joke. I'm not in the school day, mate. Okay. Oh, coughing fit again. I think my last... Shut the door, please. Yeah. I think so apologies for the coughing, first of all. It probably wasn't very nice for you to hear. There you go, it's still there. And now I quite mean these coughing bloody sprees. I think my last... Well, I know my last live got demonetized. I don't know if it was to do with the kids or what. They just demonetized it and didn't say why, which is not very helpful. Is it great? Is it? You want to follow the rules, but they just they expect you to read the God knows how many pages of rules there are and be like, oh yeah, that's what I done wrong. Lucky you don't have kids. It's just me and the girlfriend in home. But light and gas bill are a joke. Love to know where the money's gone. Yeah, the gas bills and the electricity bills are a joke. I mean, we noticed that a lot with the washing because we got a tumble dryer on most of the time, and it cost over £1 an hour, about £2 an hour to use the bloody tumble dryer. But at this time of year, you just can't get a clothes dryer. Have you got COVID? I don't think it's COVID, but then that would make sense in a way because if the antibiotics didn't work, obviously you couldn't use antibiotics for COVID, otherwise there would have been no pandemic in the first place, would there? But I'm not sure. I'm sure the doctors might test for it tomorrow or whatnot. But God knows, because it's not just me in the house who's been ill. Kids and that have been ill as well, but just not as ill as me. But then I do tend to suffer more because of other health problems. Like when I had COVID, I was very ill from that, whereas the rest of my family was just fine, really. LED, you're LED. Hey, how you doing, Adam? Good to hear you feeling a little better. Yeah, a little bit better, mate. I did just have a bit of a mad coughing fit again, but in general, I'm coughing less than what I was. Instead of like every 10 minutes, it's more like every half hour. Yeah, I don't think it's COVID. I have had COVID before, and it didn't feel like this. But I did have COVID really bad, actually. I was in my bed for like a week, and the missus was just passing me food underneath through the door, sort of thing. Because this is when it first came about, and nobody knew quite how serious or not serious to take it. And my missus had passed me food under the door, and that was it. That was the only contact I had with my family. And then she ended up getting it as well. She got it bad, but not as bad as me. But we were both useless to the kids. And the eldest daughter, Carla, had to step up and pretty much be the mum for a few days. Luckily, I'd taught her how to cook and things like that. So she was able to cook a meal for not only her and her siblings, but also for mum and dad, you know. And that was back then, she was only like just turned 13. And she was like full on cooking spag bowl and all that herself. I was really proud of her for that. How you doing, ADD, anyway? What you up to, mate? Are you having a drink tonight or just chilling out? Charlie, main man, Adam is back in the building. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. How you doing, Charlie? I'm feeling a little bit better now, mate. As I say, I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. And I'm back to the doctors tomorrow. I'm going to see if they can give me something, because I feel like I've got loads of mucus in my chest and I just can't cough it up. So hopefully they can give me something to make it a bit easier to bring up or something. I don't know. It was a bad flu, mate. Flu apparently disappeared in 2020. Yeah, I know. I mean, probably the less said about that, the better. The old COVID thing, because I know that YouTube really don't like you talking about it, especially if you say something that isn't true. I've not experienced it myself yet, but I've known a lot of other channels have had problems. I don't know what to think of the old COVID thing, to be honest with you. It just seemed like whatever it was and whatever they did, it didn't work, did it? No, I don't think it was necessary to take all the kids out of school and all that, personally. I think it caused way more harm than good to a lot of people's mental health. And all the kids got a couple of years behind at school and that. They're never going to get that back, do you know what I mean? I got so bored. I was playing Fortnite with the kids most days just to keep myself sane, because they were driving me absolutely mental, locked indoors 24/7 with all the kids, and you weren't even allowed to go out and stuff. So I just thought, if you can't beat them, join them. Just have to get into Fortnite, just sit there playing Fortnite with them. And it was actually quite fun. Even the missus enjoyed watching us, because we was all playing together as a family, like, you know, and it was quite fun. AD says, I'm doing okay, bro. Not opened a beer yet. I might do, though. Fucking lips are chapped as hell, mate. The joys of working outdoors. Oh, if your lips are chapped, mate, that means they're a bit dry, doesn't it? You have to have a beer, mate, ain't you? Can't be having that. Yeah, that's the thing. It does do the old lips. Do you, what do you do then, mate? You do like building work or something? You say outdoors, or I could go on and rant about that shit for hours, and you have a bullshit going on at the moment, but I'll keep it like, yeah, I mean, it's the same here, mate. It's just, where do you even start with it all? It's just an absolute joke, isn't it? This is why I don't watch TV, because I just don't want to hear all the bullshit. The media just tell their story how they what they want you to know. We're all just like little robots, really, aren't we? And it's got to do as we're told. It's fucking stupid. I think I've only ever voted for once ever, even, because I don't trust none of them. I don't care who runs the country. To be honest with you, I think they're all a load of assholes, and I'm just not interested in any of them. I'm really not. I mean, that guy at the minute, that Sunak guy, what a wanker he is. I mean, how can you have somebody who's like a multi-billionaire, him and his missus, like trying to run a country of like normal people, normal wages, that have lived normal lives on normal budgets? And of course he's not going to have a clue, is he? He's not going to have a clue. It's all just a bit of fun to him, isn't it? He's probably bored of being able to buy what he wants. So it's like, I have to go running the country. Getting a bit bored of my PS5 now and travelling around the world on my luxury yacht. Yeah, see how hard it is to fuck up a country. That sounds like a laugh. Not going to make no difference to me. Might even be able to make myself a bit richer while I'm doing it. You never know. Get the wife involved. She loves a pound note. Hey, D, good point. Farming, mate. They're all weird cunts. They're all weird cunts. Just wear different colours. Yeah. I just don't trust none of them. I'm very, in my views, I suppose you could say on everything are quite simple. When it comes to government, religion, anything, for me, unless I know it's true, unless I know they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and I've actually got evidence to be like, oh, right, yeah, I believe this guy, then I don't believe him. And the same with religion, whether you believe in God, Jesus, or whatever, unless I know or see something 100% that shows me, yes, there's a God, then I don't believe in God. I'm not saying there isn't a God, but I can't believe in anything that I don't know to be true. I'm not just going to believe in it just in case it is true. You know, maybe it is. Hopefully it is. Does it really matter? Probably not. I just think people have made it up over generations, personally. I think Jesus was probably an all right guy. You know what I mean? He might have been really good at football or something. And then 100 years later, that great guy was good at football. Something else got added on. Like he had a massive cock or something. And then, like, over the centuries, next thing you know, he's like the son of a god and like this almighty person who come back from the dead and all that. And it's just, you know, exaggerated over the years. I don't know. That's my take on it anyway. But yeah, I just can't believe it if I don't know it's true. And that's just the way I'll just find it easiest way of dealing with it, really. Because I'd feel like a right idiot if I believed in something and went and worshipped to a god or something, and then one day it actually did come out. I know this is actual facts. You know, you've all been sitting there like doing that to your god. Yeah, he didn't exist. Oh shit. Yeah. It feels weird not having posted any reviews or anything all week, because you sort of get used to picking up your phone every now and again, having a little look, see if you've got any comments and stuff like that. And I keep going to pick it up with my phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't done fuck all that. But they do sometimes get comments on some of the older videos, which is always nice to see. That's why I don't believe the COVID bullshit, mate. I think most of what we told is bullshit, to be honest. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I like to call it looking at the obvious. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm the same. Just, I can't believe in things I don't know to be true. Now, I don't mean to upset anyone, because, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I completely appreciate that as well. But just my opinion is, unless I know it's true, everything's a load of bollocks. What are you drinking anyway, mate? Well, I'm actually wish I was drinking Paul Anna, but I'm not. I am drinking Kronenberg 1664, which unfortunately is a UK brewed version. It's not too bad. It's a little bit syrupy though for me. But again, it was just from the local shop, not much selection. And so yeah, it do a job. And I'm drinking it out of my Stein just because it's less having to get up and that. Fit 3 cans of it in that thing. And I don't like getting too gassy. If you've got a nice big glass like this, you can chuck them in there fast and get rid of all the gas, which is always nice. I'm not on long for tonight. This is just a more It's low. Keep everyone updated and just see how I manage for like a short burst to give me an idea of whether I'm going to be ready for Friday or not. I've only had one little mad coughing spasm so far, so hopefully I'll be all right. The old man brought me a case of Madry, awful stuff. Even states that it has glucose syrup in it. Yeah, it's not good, is it, Madry? Although I do think Cruz Campo is worse, personally, because you get beers where, it says it's got glucose syrup in it, and it has, but then you get like other beers that have glucose syrup in it where you can really taste it. And I think you can really taste it in Cruz Campo, especially when you have it at the pub on tap. I tried it on tap. I was like, Jesus. Because I tried to have a can and thought it was shit. But I wasn't really picking up so much the syrupness. When I tried it on tap, it was literally all I could taste was glucose syrup. Did you try the Kronenberg Blanc before they stopped selling it in the UK? It was very nice. I know Paul raves about it. Yeah, Paul loves that, doesn't he? Kronenberg Blanc. I think he did even save me a bottle of it at one point. I just never got around to going around and getting it. But they're actually bringing it out in the UK, aren't they, Ali? I think some Tesco's are selling it already. It's just going to make its way through the country, the old Kronenberg Blanc. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a bash because I think it's going to be brewed in France at least for some time when it first comes out over here. At least that's what I've read anyway. But like anything, that'll probably change. But it'd be interesting to see what sort of price they sell it for as well, I think, Kronenberg Blanc, because they could quite easily price themselves out of the market with the cost of living thing going on and that. A lot of people are looking for cheaper options, aren't they? So for me, they can't afford to be much more expensive than the normal Kronenberg. Otherwise, I just don't think people are even going to try it. Because, wheat beers are not that popular as it is, really. I think they need to bring out a good introductory deal on it and get people to try it. Did I try it before? I think I might have tried it, Ali, but I just can't remember it because it was quite a long time ago. They used to sell it on tap like years ago. I think I might have tried it, but I probably didn't even realise it was a wheat beer at the time. I probably just thought this lager tastes a bit different. So I didn't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? It was definitely back in the days when I drank beer and didn't really think about what I was drinking anyway, if I did try it. So I couldn't really give you an opinion on it. But I do like wheat beers now, and I'm really looking forward to trying that because I think it could be like a good little sessioner for a wheat beer that comes in at hopefully a reasonable price. You can just go and grab a case of that instead of having to get lager all the time. That'd be nice. Who's drinking it when he was at university? Then suddenly it disappeared. Yeah, it's weird how that happens with some beers, isn't it? What was it like? Can you remember, LED? Was it popular? Do you think it just disappeared because people weren't buying it, or? I do remember it. I just can't remember whether I liked it or not. It was on tap. To me, it was a nicer Hoegaarden. Oh, that sounds good. Because I don't mind Hoegaarden either. I mean, I prefer a German wheat beer, but Hoegaarden's nice and refreshing and easy drinking. And if there's a better version of that, then that definitely sounds like a bit of me in the summer. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that one. Does it have sediment in that in it from the yeast? Because stuff like Franziskaner doesn't, does it? But then some of them do. I don't think you really get much from Hoegaarden either, do you? A lot of the mass reduced ones, you don't get the sediment, which I'm not sure why that is. But they still taste all right. I'm just a bit of a tart, and I like the whole sort of look of the sediment floating around in the beer. I think it's just more of a cosmetically pleasing to the eyeball. Oh. Still only coughed once so far. That is good. And I've still been going on my vape. I think changing my vape's definitely helped as well to a less smoky vape. I've got to think of what sort of videos I want to make when I come back as well. So I need to get some more beers in. I'm not really too sure what to do. Got any ideas, guys, of stuff you'd like to see on the channel? Let me know, because I'm not too sure what direction to go in next, really. Or just keep doing random things, whatever takes in mind on the day is what I normally do. Apparently, Selfridges will launch it on the 12th of February. Just read it now before it goes to Tesco and Waitrose. Oh, I saw somebody on Facebook say they had it already, but they could have been lying. They could have had it imported from France, couldn't they? They could have been talking out their bumhole. I'm sure somebody said they picked up from Tesco's. And I think they said it was like 14 quid for 16 bottles, the old Kronenberg Blanc. But again, they could be lying. I'm not sure. I didn't sort of massively read into it. Price will be 7 quid for 330 mils, apparently. Is that in Waitrose, or I'm sure the supermarkets will have it on offer when it first comes out. Hello, darling. All right, mum. That's me mum in the chat, guys. Linda Sheehan. All right, mum. How you doing? I'm still not feeling 100%, mum. I thought I'd come in and say hello to everyone because I've not been putting out any videos. And hopefully I'll be back on Friday. I was just saying to everyone, I've got to go to the doctor's tomorrow. I'll try and get something to bring all this phlegm or whatever it is on my chest that I keep coughing up. Because it's actually made me pass out a few times, mum. I'm coughing. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's a good price or not, LED. 7 quid for 4. I suppose it's not bad, is it? You sound a lot better. Wowzers. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely getting there. My voice is a bit, I don't know, it's still not quite there. And I've been sleepwalking, mum. Kid said to me last night, I was having a conversation with Tyler in my sleep, but then I was answering back as Tyler as well in a squeaky voice, all while being asleep. So God, I think that's not well. I've not been wearing mask. It's sent me a bit mad sleepwalking. The other night, I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was sat on the front room floor on the rug with my legs crossed, just chatting away. And I just woke up and I was like, how did I get here and what am I doing here? Just God knows. LED says that's the RSP apparently. That'll be introversions in to see what price the supermarkets will give it. Probably more than knowing these supermarkets. Yeah. So that's the retail price is 7 quid for 330 mils. Is that a bottle or can? I think they normally come in a bottle, don't they? You shouldn't drink and take antibiotics. I've done my course of antibiotics. Like 2 days ago, finished, but they didn't seem to help. But I might have had a few drinks while I was on the antibiotics. Actually, I didn't know that was a thing. Why can't you drink while taking antibiotics? Well, you can, because obviously I did, but there must be a reason why you shouldn't. Bottles, I'd say. Yeah, I'd listen to your mum. Yeah, no, well, I suppose you shouldn't drink while taking any tablets, but I mean, who listens to that? I mean, I don't think I would drink if I was taking like paracetamol or something like that, because I know that one can be quite bad, can't it? Or is it ibuprofen? I know one of them is really bad with drink. Stops them from working. I'll call you tomorrow. I love you. All right, love you, mum. Thanks for popping in and say hello. Oh, maybe that's why they didn't work then. Could be, couldn't it? It's all well and good knowing that now, isn't it? I wish I'd known that at the time. Got to be on my deathbed tonight. Have a beer. Bye, guys. Say bye to me, mummy. You must have seen the link on Facebook. Oh, there it goes again. By Adam's mum, sus ninja. Even my mum comes in and says hello, eh? That's nice. Because obviously she doesn't live with me. She lives like, I suppose about 40-minute drive away. She lives on the Isle of Sheppey. But it's nice that she said hello, because I had to miss her birthday last Friday. I was too bloody ill. I go for about another 25 minutes, unless there's like a load of people there, and then I'll cut it off. Spurs were down 1-0, and they're 3-1. Oh. Fucking hell. Coming back. Who are they playing, Ali D? I've not really been following the footy. I know that Arsenal won 2-1, didn't they, against Forest? Was that yesterday? But I've not got around to watching the highlights yet. I'll probably watch that in a bit. Brentford. Who scored for Brentford? Was it Tony again? It's going to be quite close, I think, this year, because a lot of teams you think they're fading away, and then they start coming back again, don't they? A few of the top teams have had a bit of a bad patch. Even Arsenal did, didn't they? A few weeks ago, started playing well again. Well, picking up wins. Tottenham done the same. We were shit yesterday. Boy, out my ass. Nobody likes to shoot in our team. Yeah, that really frustrates me. I mean, I don't mind the whole passing it around and thinking that if you're winning 2-0 or something, you know what I mean? Because obviously the more you got the ball, the whole time you got the ball, they can't score, can they? But you need to get on with it, get a couple of goals and end all the tarty stuff. Wasn't Tony? Oh, that guy Morpie, yeah. Is that a right back or something? But yeah, Arsenal have been like that for years though, even under Wenger, innit? Sometimes it's like, just fucking shoot, mate. Shoot. Like, it's nice to have the perfect goal and all that, but sometimes you just got to smash in you. And it's really frustrating. We need that guy up front who did absolute. He hasn't even got to be an amazing player, just somebody who's just there just to stick it in the back of the net and is very good at it. Just a strong, preferably like two-footed striker, good in the air. It's not going to get muscled off the ball, can hold it up for other guys, but also score a decent amount of goals. A bit like a younger Giroud or something like that. Well, he weren't too bad when we had him. I think a lot of people gave him a bit of a tough time, Giroud. Prime on me would be good, yeah, Kyle. Oh, mate. That would be amazing. He was such an amazing player to watch when he on me. You always believed that you had a chance with that guy on your team. Like, not only was he amazing dribbler of the ball, he went on to become a really good finisher as well, didn't he? And he played for the badge, didn't he? A lot of it, I think, as well, is just he just played for the badge. And I just used to love him just running down the line and just making people look stupid What about Nicholas Bentner? Lord Bentner. Oh, God, mate. He was a joke, wasn't he? Lord Bentner. Although he was a joke, I mean, compared to some of the strikers we've had lately, they don't get as much shit as what he used to get. You know, like, I mean, I've been wanting him to do really good, but what's Nketiah really done? You know, and he's on 100 grand a week, and he's got Thierry Henry's number, and he just ain't done nothing. So that's who else? Arsenal have had quite a few shitters in their time, haven't they? Remember Yaya Sonogoals? Sonogo. God, once he left Arsenal, I've never heard a single thing about him again. So he might have been retired by now for a while now. But he was useless. Old Sonogoals. Yeah, he's on 100k. I mean, Shamak. Oh, God, yeah, that Moroccan guy, wasn't it? I remember him having one game and scoring a hat-trick, and I thought, this guy looks all right. And then that was what I really remember. Because I don't think he done much else. He was just one of them guys, wasn't he? Yeah, he went to Palace, didn't he, I think? But yeah, we have, I mean, when was the last good striker we had? I mean, obviously you can say Jesus, but I don't really think he's a striker as such. He's not an out-and-out killer. You know, when was the last out-and-out killer we had? Might even be Henry. I mean, Giroud was very good, but he wasn't getting enough goals, was he? But he was good at hold-up play and stuff like that, and he's good threat in the air. Even like an Ian Wright would be nice now. The one who disappointed me the most was Francis Jeffers. Oh, God, yeah. Thought he was going to kill it, but no, he's done. Yeah, he was like, everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing, didn't they? Because he was class at Everton. He was scoring ridiculous amounts of goals. I didn't even get a call up to England or something like that, and Arsenal bought him. And he just looked absolute pony. I just don't think I've seen him do one decent thing that even made him look like a half decent player at Arsenal. And then he just disappeared, didn't he? Once Arsenal got rid of him, that was it. Like, how weird is that? Like, these players, they clearly had something there to score the kind of goals he was scoring at Everton, which of course in the Premier League and that. And then you go to a bigger side with better players around you, and you just can't do nothing. And never done nothing for the rest of your career, as far as I can remember. That was just shocking, wasn't it? Tony just scored 3-2. Come on, Tony. Come on. One more. How much longer is left in the game, LED? Can Brentford pull it back? I do like that Tony guy. I'd like Arsenal to sign him. I know he's not the youngest, but he's not old, is he? He's like 28 or something. Yeah, I mean, I think Arsenal definitely need a plan B up front. Even if they can't get that prolific guy that we want. I mean, it's January. But we need someone different. You know, somebody you can just lump it into, and you know if they get their head on it, it's a goal. Even just something different, because if Jesus says he's not having a good game, what can you do? You can bring on Nketiah, who's a worse version, probably a bit better at finishing, but he never seems to do anything. And then you got the other guy who I really rate, Trossard, but he's not really a striker, is he? Too small. 27, 28 in March is in his prime. Yeah, get him now. Get him now. If we got the money, though, I don't know, after the Declan Rice thing and all these clubs getting done with financial fair play. But even if you have to sell Nketiah and a couple of the other players that are just, they're never really going to make it at Arsenal, let's be fair. Who else could you sell, though? I'll definitely get rid of Nketiah if anyone wants him on that sort of wages. Don't know, it's difficult. I suppose we ain't really got much players to sell. I don't know how Arsenal are doing with the financial fair play thing. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I think if we were guaranteed to make the Champions League, then perhaps we could afford like a wasted 65 million on Dracula. Yeah, I mean, there's only one good thing about Arsenal signing Kai Havertz, and that's that I'll play FC 24, not FIFA. We get copyrighted. The football game, FIFA. That's now not made by, sponsored by FIFA. And I've got him in my team as a left back. They do like these cards where they mix players' positions. I think because he played one game for Germany at left back and done all right, they brought out a special card of him at left back, and he's just on that game. He's just a monster at left back because he's fast, he's tall, and he's still got all that passing ability and stuff. And he just bombs down the wing for me and just crosses it in. And I don't like playing him because of who he is. That's the thing, but he does such a good job there. But he's just been. I mean, when we signed him, I wasn't too sure what to think because there's obviously was a player or is a player there somewhere before he went to Chelsea. He was fantastic, wasn't he, in the Bundesliga? And he was one of the sort of best rated youngsters in the world, wasn't he? Went to Chelsea, completely fucked up. Then how often do we ever buy anyone from Chelsea who comes to Arsenal and does better? That's the thing. It don't happen, does it? Not that I can think of. In fact, normally the other way around, we sell them to Chelsea and then they do good. He's left back in real life, though. Jesus, I don't even know what position he is, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we need to play him at left back, like I do on FIFA. But yeah, he does. Yeah, he plays at left back for my FC 24 team, and like I say, it's a special card, and he has like a trait that means he has like really good crosses, and it's just ridiculous. Something going on with Chelsea. We always buy their rejects recently. Yeah, I know. I actually don't think, although I don't think he's been good, I don't think Jorginho's been too bad when he's came on, and he didn't cost a lot of money, and he's sort of done a job. But he's getting on a bit. But no, some of the ones in the past that we've had from Chelsea, they've just been shocking, haven't they? William was really bad for us, but he seems a bit better at Fulham, doesn't he? I don't think David Luiz was too bad. At least he had the odd good moment. Where else should we have Chelsea? Ben Ayin. Yossi Ben Ayin, was it? He was crap. We gave them Ashley Cole, didn't we? And he obviously had a fantastic career there. Gallas we had off him, who was shit. Czech was shit. Well, obviously he's a fantastic goalkeeper, but not by the time he come to Arsenal. But you could say that about a lot of the players. Gallas was good at Chelsea, wasn't he? William was good at Chelsea. Why can't some club buy all our dodgy players, Ali? We need like a West Ham or something like that who wants to buy like Nketiahs and stuff like that, don't we? Their retirement home, yeah. Yeah, it is like that because they're always old, aren't they? and they always seem to sell them to us just at the right time where they're old, but say like 29, 30 or something like that. But you still think, oh, that could work, because you think about their younger days. And they come to us, and then it's just like they give up. It's like, yeah, whatever. I want to know what's going to happen with City after all this financial fair play shit, because something's got to happen. All them offences. I mean, what I think is wrong is Everton have had 10 points deducted, and they've only done like a few things wrong, and they're only a smaller club in Premier League terms, and they've just been dealt with really harshly and brutally like that. They're just a club who's trying to spend some money so they can compete with the likes of Man City. And Man City are like at the top, just spending all this money. They lost no points. I know nothing. And by the time they do it, it's going to be too late, isn't it? I've already won loads of trophies. I'd like to see them get relegated to the conference. I wonder how many of their players would stay. I remember saying like that happened to Juventus, didn't it? And players like Buffon and Del Piero stayed, I believe. And all through the divisions and coming back up. Now, that's a proper one club man, that, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I suppose that could be if Everton just admitted it. But if they just admitted it and said, yeah, we overspent a bit, but I think they were just, trying to spend money because they needed to spend the money, let's face it, even if it meant getting in debt to not get relegated. Whereas you look at City, they're just being greedy, buying the likes of Arsenal's best players and stuff like that. But it just feels, I don't know, they need to get a bloody move on with it. I mean, Newcastle could have easily done the same thing, couldn't they, when they got their new owner? But they're trying to do it the right way. Send them to the conference. Oh, that'd be funny. Can you imagine Simo if Man City got sent down to the conference? And then all their players just got dished out to everyone. They might get that 43-year-old keeper they got, Coulson or whatever, he might stay. I've got to grab a couple more beers out for you. Come me a sec. Oh, mate. When you say it like that, Ali D, he only needs 3 more goals to equal and get on. He's only been back for 2 games. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, I wanted Nketiah to be good, because he's come from the academy and that, but I've just not seen anything in him to ever really make me think he was going to be good. Like, he's had the odd game and that, but you're gonna, aren't you, when you're playing in a good team like Arsenal, you're gonna have the odd game where it gets given to you on a plate a few times. But like people like Nketiah, he's been given so many chances for some reason. But then like Smith Rowe, who I think is a much better player, he especially had that season where he done really well for us. And then he just got sort of, treated a bit harshly, I think, not really given much game time. I know he's had injuries and that, but come on. It was a cheap option, cheaper to give him a 3-year contract on 100k and buy another striker and the wages on top. Yeah, a cheap option, but sometimes got to put your hands in your pocket. He'd had enough time to prove himself, I think. I think if he was a cheap option as maybe a third striker and you could afford that sort of wages for him, fair enough, but not as a second striker. He's just not good enough. It's been too much time now for me to think he's ever going to be good enough. He's not like young anymore, is he? Was he like 23, something like that maybe now? He's not like a proper youngster. He's at the stage where you want to see him, getting in a team and scoring goals. I don't know. The Arsenal is championship level. I was 24 now. So yeah, he's never got. If he's 24, he's got to be championship level, or perhaps he could do a job for like a counter-attacking relegation battle team at best. I would say in the Premier League, either top of the championship or relegation. Just because he's quite fast and he's good at finishing, he could perhaps work in one of them teams that actually like to shoot. Because from what I've seen, he's not too bad at finishing. He's a bit of a poacher, but he needs to play for a team that actually shoot when they get the ball. He can't do the whole build-up, tarty, pass it around thing. He's just not that kind of player, is he? He's just not good enough. I'm going to go for another 3 minutes. If anyone's got any questions that they want to ask, fire away. And I'm going to shoot because I only wanted to pop on quickly just to let you know that I'm not dead. And I do appreciate you for not unsubscribing. And I will be back as soon as possible, hopefully this Friday. And the plan is I want to do lives on every Friday. And perhaps 4 or 5 videos a week, something like that this year. I just need to think about what direction I want to take the channel in for this year. Because it's difficult. There's a lot of different beer out there, isn't there? I think it's always like just to sort of do a little bit of everything, I definitely want to start doing even some more ciders, real ales, lagers, just a little bit of everything, a little bit of craft beer. I think that the better, keep everyone happy then, because you get different people who watch you for different reasons. Madison got annoyed with Tony and Morpire because they copied his. Oh, there's a heart in the way. His dart throw celebration. Oh, come on, mate. Yeah, I think darts is a win in a minute because of that 12-year-old kid who's like 12-year-old, 16-year-old who's like demolishing everyone. Rice beer is the one, mate. Yeah, I know there's not enough of them though, is there? There's got to be quite a few I still haven't done. Yeah, I do love Vice beer. It's a shame there's not more of them over here in the UK to do. Apart from bloody Erdinger, like Franciscana. There's not a lot, is there? Paulana. Perhaps order some in and be a zero or whatever. There's a load in Germany. Unfortunately, they don't ship them over here. Yeah, that's a problem, mate, isn't it? Getting them shipped over. It'd be nice if I could find a site like Beers of Europe who can get hold of them sort of beers, ship them over, they'll also give me some sort of discount code that I can give on to you guys. So Beers of Europe was interested in doing something with me, but I've still not heard back from them. They said they wanted to talk to me in the new year, but that could be any time really, couldn't it? I'd love to go to Germany though, and try some of their beers for sure. Not really a family holiday though, is it? Come on, kids, we're going to Germany. They do the best beer. Oh. Majestic do 24 Paul line of ice, mate. 24 quid for 12 bottles. If not one close, they do free delivery over 75 quid. That's not bad, is it? The Majestic, can you just buy like one bottle of this, one bottle of that? Because obviously, like for review purposes, I don't want 24 bottles. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'll quite happily make use of them. But for like buying stuff to review, it's nice to be able to buy one of every different one you can find or whatever, or ones that you can put up against each other and stuff like that. I want to find a site that sells like beers from the country they're supposed to be from, you know, like proper Spanish San Miguel, for example, or French Kronenberg, the 5.5 one. Then I can put them against the UK ones. I'd really like to do that. If I can possibly find somewhere that sells them, then I can just pick the one up from over here and compare it to the one where it's supposed to come from and just see what the difference is. You know, I think people will be interested in that. No, they do cases, unfortunately. Maybe some beers are individual. I haven't checked. I'll have to have a look. I know they're really good for the case deals, aren't they? Quite a few different German ones you can pick up and down there. I think there's one about 15 minutes away from me, actually. Majestic ones. I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a Google. I just seem to remember driving past it. Oh, not me, my missus, because I can't drive. I seem to remember seeing it and thinking that was that shop what somebody says really good. Might have even been you that recommended it before, LED. The old Majestic. Well, it sounds very posh, doesn't it? Doesn't sound like a shop that would be good for beer, does it? Majestic Wines. Cool, maybe I should do some wine reviews. Yeah, wine's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? I don't know how that would go. Right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I think it's only you in here and there added yet. Anyway, but it's been nice chatting to you, Ali, and everybody else. Hopefully, I'll see you Friday live, and next week you'll get some videos up again, guys. And take care, mate. Food is really good taking here again. Yeah. Cheers, LED, mate. Appreciate you, mate, coming in and saying hello. Would have been very boring without you, mate. It's been very quiet. It's Wednesday night, isn't it? Anyway, adios. Bye-bye, darlings.